Well, Governor Sisolak is calling Nevada's economy the hardest hit due to the COVID-19 pandemic. But in his State of the State address earlier tonight, he says he does have a plan to get the state back on the right track. 8 News Now reporter Orko Manna explains.
We have so much to fix, but we are forging a new path forward.
Gov.Steve Sisolak's State of the State address centering around the COVID-19 pandemic and its devastating effect on Nevada's economy. His recovery plan focusing on renewable energy to generate billions of dollars and thousands of jobs. He's also calling for the creation of innovation zones to allow new companies to come to Nevada. And there's a focus on preparing our workforce for these emerging industries.
I will be calling on some of Nevada's leading companies to fund, design, and implement training programs to prepare and qualify employees for these jobs.
Governor Sisolak also hopes to fast-track capital improvement projects, and he wants upgrades made at Dieter following its many issues dealing with record unemployment.
Our computer infrastructure is still outdated, and our systems can be improved.
Governor Sisolak says the plan will create 30,000 short-term jobs and over 165,000 permanent jobs. Nevada's #1 priority right now is continuing the COVID-19 vaccine rollout. To date, over 100,000 doses have been administered, but more are needed from the federal government.
We must continue wearing masks, washing hands, and social distancing. And when your turn comes, everyone must get the vaccine.
The governor also reiterating his position on education.
I will do whatever it takes to get our students back in the classroom.
A lot of what happens next depends on the state's budget. The governor wants to add $50 million to help small businesses, and he says nearly 1 in 4 Nevadans are on Medicaid, another result of massive job losses. Despite the challenges, Governor Sisolak is hopeful.
Because the state of our state is determined, resilient, and strong.
Orko Manna, 8 News Now.
Assembly Republican leader Robin Titus offered the Republican response to the governor's State of the State. She criticized the state's COVID response and also spoke of a lack of resources in our overall state health care system. Assemblywoman Titus also spoke on how the pandemic runs much deeper than just COVID.
Our health care crisis goes beyond the pandemic itself. Opioid abuse and mental health problems continue to devastate the lives of many Nevadans. We can't ignore these issues, but we also shouldn't exacerbate the problem through restrictive policies.
Dr. Titus also discussed education and how remote learning should only be a short-term option, and spoke of how the state should focus on continuing to create jobs as Nevadans attempt to recover from the first mandatory shutdown. You can watch the full response from Dr. Titus over on our website, 8newsnow.com.